Hello people, another beautiful day. Yeah, hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. What? What's up gamers, what's up Steam Deck fans, Steam Deck Tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good, Steam Deck Mob, what's happening, Steam Deck Squad, what's up, and to you Steam Deck nerds, geeks and freaks, and you investigators with your 32 gigs of RAM running on the Steam Deck. So, we're going to talk about Armored Core 6 real quick. I had two articles I was just looking at. Actually, I was looking at three of them. I was looking at one from Tom's Hardware and Gaming on Linux. That the Steam Deck just got said Linux kernel gets an AMD Zen bleed fix for Steam Deck APU. Tom's Hardware covering it too. But I'm gonna look at this one from WCCF Tech. This is talking about Armored Core 6. Oh yeah, of course, Steam Deck, folks. It's not a problem. It's not even an issue. Anyway, let's do this. Yeah, you Steam Deck fans are getting spoiled, man. Spoiled. Deals, games, and updates. Yeah, and let's not forget about the autumn sale and the winter sale that's coming. Remember that. Look at you. You ain't, man. You little nerds getting so spoiled, man. Alright, let's do this. Let's see, which one should I do first here? Okay, alright. Let me knock this out the park real quick. Says here, Armored Core 6 PC requirements are very reasonable, even with ray tracing. Wait till you guys get a load of how much RAM you need. You're gonna laugh. It said Armored Core 6 fires of Rubicon arrive in less than 2 weeks. And From Software and Bandai Namco have revealed the full PC requirement for the game, both with and without ray tracing. Overall, the specs are very reasonable, which seems to be in line with the game that looks polished, but not necessarily boundary polishing in terms of tech. Even ray tracing requirements aren't that high, although it should be mentioned ray tracing is only present in the garage when you're designing your mech, not during the regular gameplay. You can check out the full PC requirement of Armored Core 6 down below. Says here, operating system Windows 10, okay. CPU Intel i7 4790K, Intel i5 8400, or AMD Ryzen 7 1800X and AMD Ryzen 5 2600. RAM 12 gigs. GPU NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 4 gigs, or AMD Ryzen RX 480 4 gigs. DirectX 12. Storage 60 gigs. 60 gigs. Says here, recommended operating system Windows 10 and 11. CPU Intel i7 7700, Intel i5 10400, or AMD Ryzen 7 2700X and AMD Ryzen 5 3600. RAM 12 gigs. GPU NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 6 gigs, or AMD Ryzen RX 590 8 gigs, or Intel A750 8 gigs. Storage 60 gigs. That's solid state. Now minimum ray tracing on. Operating system Windows 10. CPU Intel i7 4790K, Intel Core i5 8400, or AMD Ryzen 7 1800X, AMD Ryzen 5 2600. RAM 12 gigs. GPU GeForce RTX 2060 6 gigs, AMD Radeon RX 6600 8 gigs. Storage 60 gigs. And it says here, still going here, recommended ray tracing on. Operating system Windows 10 and 11. CPU Intel i7 7700, Intel i5 10400, AMD Ryzen 7 2700X, AMD Ryzen 5 3600. RAM 12 gigs. GPU again, NVIDIA GTX 2070 8 gigs, or AMD Radeon RX 6650 XT 8 gigs, or Intel Arc A770 16 gigs. Storage 60 gigs. Haven't been keeping up with Armored Core 6, do check out the recent hands-on impression from WCCF Tech Kai Powell. Here's just a snippet about the game. The combat in Fires of Rubicon is just as fast-paced as trailer has teased, so players have the full 360 of movement, approach combat, and some fights seems better suited for an aerial approach. A truck-based enemy unit as well, impervious to attacks straight ahead with its weak points located on the rear. Heat vents. Depending on the energy consumption and the power of the equipped generator, players might be able to dash nearly definitely in much shorter control status. The freedom to play Armored Core with as quick or slow of an AC as you want makes for a vastly different experience than the typical Soul game from software has been working on for the better part 2 decade. Fires of Rubicon certainly feels turned towards a faster, more mobile playstyle. It says Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, touchdown on PC, Xbox, Xbox Series X/S, PS4, and PS5, October 25th, and today is the 14th. Yeah, so now, you Steam Deck nerds are covered when it comes to Armored Core. Of course, it's not even a problem, because remember, From Software's said they were going to work on the Steam Deck version. So based on what they're showing here, 12 gigs of RAM and 60 gigs of storage. Oh yeah, that's good. That's up the Steam Deck alley. So yeah, based on what they're showing here, from like minimum to recommended to recommended with ray tracing on. Recommended with ray tracing on. Let's see what else. That's it. Let's see. Operating system Windows 10, Intel i7 4790K, Intel i5 8400, AMD Ryzen 7 1800X, and Ryzen 5 2600. Steam Deck, folks. RAM 12 gigs. GPU NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 4 gigs, and AMD Ryzen RX 480 4 gigs. DirectX 12. Storage 60 gigs. Okay, recommended. Operating system Windows 10 and 11. CPU Intel i7 7700, Intel i5 10400, or AMD Ryzen 7 2700X, or AMD Ryzen 5 3600. RAM 12 gigs. GPU NVIDIA GTX 1060 6 gigs. Radeon RX 590 8 gigs. Intel A7050 8 gigs. 60 gigs of storage. Solid state drive, that is. Minimum ray tracing on. Okay. Operating system Windows 10. Intel i7 4790. Intel i5 8400. Ryzen 7 1800X. Ryzen 5 2600. 12 gigs of RAM. GPU RTX 2060 6 gigs. Radeon RX 6600 8 gigs. Storage 60 gigs. Ray tracing on. Hell yeah. And let's see, last one. What's this? The recommended ray tracing on. Windows 10 and 11, i7 7700, i5 10400, Ryzen 7 2700X, Ryzen 5 3600, RAM 12 gigs, GPU GTX 2070 8 gigs, AMD RX 650 XT 8 gigs, or Intel Arc A770 16 gigs. Storage, that's solid state, 60 gigs. So there. Of course, Steam Deck. So yeah, Armored Core, Steam Deck bound. You best believe it. Yeah. We couldn't find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run. Oh yeah. On the 25th, look at you little Steam Deck nerds. Spoiled. Sitting here messing with y'all. Anyway, man, that's the news I got on Armored Core, man. Say, get your PCs ready, man. All you mech lovers, get ready. You got some robots coming your way. Mechs, that is. Transform. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Or Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.